We are live right now here with my man Ray. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Nathan? Good to be here. It's a pleasure.
Dang, man, look at that studio you got going on back there. That thing is that what is that? Is that your studio?
Yeah, my wife set it up. She's a professional photographer. I'm trying to do the course recording right now, so it's a lot of stuff.
Oh, dang, bro.
Yeah.
You looking legit back there. Look at my screen.
Yeah.
I got a fake background. You got a real one. That's cool.
Yeah. So that thing cost me a lot of money. That TV thing.
You said the TV costs you a lot?
Yeah, that's like almost $5,000, something like that.
What kind of TV is that? Is that one of those Vivo boards where you can touch it or what?
Google made those. It's called Jamboard, and Grant Cardone. When you watch their live stream, and he's writing on that
Yep,
boards.
yep.
Yeah,
Well, I have a Vibe board in my office. I'm not in my office right now, but yeah, same thing. They're cool, brother. Well, hey,
Yeah.
Ray, it's awesome to have you on here. For the people that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So my name is Ray, and I'm a land expert. I do land only flip, and I flip infill lots nationwide. And our profit this year, net profit is about very close to $1 million right now. I started land investing about 4 years ago.
Wow.
I joined all the program that I can imagine, and I summarize everything I have learned. And last year, I started to do the thing in my way, and it works out good.
Well, let's freaking go, bro. So you just do land. When you first started, were you dabbling in single family? Were you doing anything, or was it just always land and that's all you did?
Yeah, definitely. I've been trying real estate for at least 9 years, and I started to have a little bit stuff going on about 4 years ago when I started to do land, because I tried everything else. I tried wholesaling houses. I was in Hawaii, and wholesaling houses won't work. So some people tell me you should go virtual. I tried virtual wholesaling houses. That's even harder. and so that one didn't work. I did one deal there, but not too much. And after that, some people said, why do you do houses? You got to do apartments, right? So I did apartment investing.
Even harder.
Even harder, yeah. So nothing works. I was like, is this going to work or not? And so I joined another program in land investing, and he was doing buy a land for very cheap and you sell on terms, get a monthly cash flow. But I didn't really like the model. I want cash like now. I don't want to create a lifetime cash flow.
Yes.
But so I've been doing something during that for 3 years, and I got a deal here and there, but not too much, until I met a military who was introduced to me by Tom Crow, our mutual friend. So that guy really changed the way I see my business, and I followed majority of his teaching and start to blow up. So
who's this guy you said? Who were you introduced to?
He's a military, and he don't want me to say the name, but he's still active military.
Oh man, you got to tell us who it is so we can reach out to him, man. He changed his life.
Yeah, his name is Ray. So Ray Zhang. Yeah, he did about 1.4 million profit in 10 months. So I love it. So yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing, bro. So look, this show is mainly for wholesaling. I wholesale, I do the reverse wholesaling strategy. The market has shifted. So I basically reverse engineer. I get buyers and I find them what they want. And it's been working well for me. You got land. So basically, I mean, I already talked to you. I want to have you come into my community and just be the guy that, people can reach out to about land, because I think that's awesome. And, so I'd like to invite you to the club. We've already talked about it. So you will be people can reach out to you about your program and stuff. And I'd love you to help out, because I just got off the phone with someone that has land, right?
Right.
And I just got off the call. We just did a live call, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm selling my lot. And I'm in a position where I'm like, I'm looking at it as a wholesaler or as creative financing, right? Like, how can I make this a deal? But I mean, you might have some things that I don't know that would make this a deal.
Yeah. So in the land business, there are different niches as well, just like houses. So what I primarily doing is I buy a land in the infill lots area, and then I flip it right away on the market. So it just
what do you mean by infill lots? What is that?
Infill lot is there are houses nearby, but it's not all the way developed like major cities. But maybe
Mm.
about 1 hour to 2 hours drive from major cities. Yeah, somewhere around there. Because first of all, not very competitive, and secondly, you still can do business there because people are buying their houses nearby. You don't want to buy land in the middle of nowhere, right?
Oh, so for example, the guy that I called, he had an empty lot in a neighborhood, and
Correct.
he wanted like close to he wanted retail obviously for his land, and he's like, yeah, people want to build in this neighborhood. It's a great lot, so you don't really
Mm.
mess with that. Like you don't go to like a really developed city like Atlanta and then buy the lot that's not developed yet. You don't really do that.
I don't buy in major markets such as Atlanta, but I will go to 30 minutes or 1 hour away from Atlanta because when Atlanta start to get expensive, where do people move out? They'll
Mm.
move to those places. Do they mind driving an hour to go to work? Probably not. So they will still buy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it, man. So, is this a strategy that you were taught, or do you just figure this out over time? How did this come
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. So my friend, the military guy taught me that, and I changed it a little bit and how to really do that in a massive scale. And we have a system that you can find the exact market of those secondary markets, I guess.
I love it, brother. I
Yeah.
love it. So then you find these markets, you market to them, you call them, you buy on terms or you buy it on cash?
Buy on cash, and we do a direct mail to them with the offer on there. Normally, the offer price will be about 40 to 50% of the sold price nearby.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you mail out the offer, and then once you mail out the offer, they call you back if they're interested, right?
No, normally, the people who call us back, they already know the offer price. If they call us, we already have a discount motivated seller. And
Yes.
then we negotiate again so we can get an even deeper discount.
Okay.
And then we buy.
Then you buy it. Do you buy it and you say you buy it with cash?
I buy with cash, yeah.
Is it your cash or is it whose money is it?
I started with my own cash, but I started with $10,000 because it was all in my mind as a theory, right? I didn't know if it worked or not. So
Okay.
I told myself, this is 10 grand. I'm gonna spend this much. So I did that,
Mhm.
and I got my first deal for 6,000 and put that in, and that 6,000, I got a good deal on that. I sold it for 55,000 about a week later, something around there.
And how do you resell them? You list it with a real estate agent
Yeah, and put it on the MLS.
and people buy it.
People buy it right away. Yeah, it's cheaper than houses, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to start this, huh?
Why not? I mean, you can do it nationally. So
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good strategy. So you help people find the markets, the secondary markets, not the primary markets, but the secondary. They call they mail the motivated sellers, or they mail the people that have the properties. They call, you negotiate, you purchase it with cash. Do you ever try to wholesale it, or it's not about wholesaling? It's about buying it and then listing it.
wholesaling definitely works. You can wholesaling them, but the thing about wholesale is, first of all, you have to build a cash buyer.
Mhm.
Normally, you just look at the neighborhood to see who already bought it. That's your cash buyer.
Mhm.
And but my strategy is more like you buy it completely and then you put it in the market. So people will be like, "Oh, where do I get the money?" So the money is not a problem when you get a good deal,
Yes, of course, of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Are you worried? Is your business getting affected right now by the market shift? Are people still buying your deals, or what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. What do you see, and is what I see too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but for example, 2 months ago, our profit that month is 155 grand, something like that.
yeah. You're crushing it.
So
You're crushing it.
yes,
Most wholesalers, yeah,
right now this month I have like 2 deals closed, not too much.
yeah,
Maybe about 50. So
yeah. Which
um,
is still
yeah.
amazing, which is still great. So you're telling me that just like wholesaling, just like everybody, you've seen maybe a shift in the amount of people that want to buy those kind of deals, just like the investors want to buy flips. It'd be people are a little bit more hesitant, right?
Mhm.
So I'm curious about your mailing strategy. You mail with the offer. Have you tested not mailing with the low offer and just mailing to see the difference? Or what's the difference with mailing without an offer and mailing with an offer?
I guess you can find out what fits you the best because my style is I don't want to like be on the calls with the seller all day long with
Mhm.
non-motivated sellers, right?
Right.
And if you send a neutral letter with no offers, the people will call you like crazy. You got to figure out who is motivated, who is not. And of course, you can get deals there, But as for me, it works best is I want to work on this business as minimum as possible because
Mhm.
I have this coaching business right now. So
Of
I don't
course.
want to spend more than 3 hours every day on this. So I just mail the offer letter. I tell my student, this is your offer letter. It's like a little armies. They kill the non-motivated sellers.
It's true, bro. Man, so
Yeah,
that's so cool. I think it's a great idea. So, okay, so you do the offer so you don't have to mess with a bunch of calls.
correct.
Okay.
It's hard to do it with houses with
Yes.
the offer letter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, and you found out. I mean, you did wholesaling. I mean, I do wholesaling. Tom Kroll, we all do it. That's how we
Mm.
met. But you found this little niche that you like more. Why don't you think more people do it?
I think right now, actually, there are more people doing that than like when I first started because people
Gotcha.
start to realize, oh, land is, you cannot build a house without a land, right? So you gotta
Mhm,
buy land. And of course, the land value jumped because of our economy. Right now, it's dipping a little bit, but it
mhm.
jumped already. So people start to realize, oh, my land is valuable. So there are
Yes. Yeah.
people start to get into the business more and more.
That's awesome, man. I
Yeah.
freaking love it. And I think it's a great strategy to have because, to be real, I don't see myself as a wholesaler. I don't even think wholesaling should be a business that people do, like specifically, like only. If you're only wholesaling, I think that's a mistake. I think you need to be able to do all strategies, right? Like, so land, you need to be able to do fix and flip, seller
Right.
finance, innovation, like whatever comes your way. Obviously, you have to be specific with your marketing, but
Mm.
you need to be able to do everything. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, right now it's very competitive. If you stick on one, you probably not survive. So,
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. So you know Tom Kroll. It sounds like you've known him. I just met him through the family mastermind like a couple months ago. Have you
mm.
known him for a while?
T is the guy that changed my life completely. Yeah, so 10 years ago, I was actually homeless in the United States because I
Really?
immigrated from China. I didn't speak any English back then, but if you could understand me a little bit right now, that's maybe you're smart, right? And if you couldn't understand me, that's fine. I'll speak Chinese to you, right?
Uh-huh.
But I came to the country, as a student,
Mhm.
and then I tried to do some business, and listen to the podcast. And I remember I was laying on the bench, listening to him,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Bam, bam." I was like, "Who is this Bam Bam guy?" Right?
Mhm.
And he's that style, and instantly I like his style, and he's super simple. I mean, he doesn't share any crap that unnecessary, right? He only tell you what to do, and you do it, you have results. That's why his business is so successful, and that's why right now I try to adapt his psychology into my own coaching business. But over the years, we talk here and there, but just he completely changed the way I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you immigrated from China to the United States, was that scary for you?
Yeah, I was. I mean, my mother gave me $3,000 American dollars, and she thought 4 years of tuition that's enough,
Mm,
right? But it's not. It's not even good enough for one semester, right?
yeah.
So I have to figure out how I can support myself for the rest of the semester.
Mhm.
So I start to do a lot of flipping. I go to Craigslist and find the free stuff, and I sell it back to the Facebook group,
Wow.
marketplace. And I remember I sell like mattress, microwave, all the small stuff, you name it. And then I changed that to cars. I started to buy and sell cars, and
Mhm.
all the campus are filled with our cars. And remember, remember one break, spring break, the principal came out of his office and he was like, "Is this summer break?" And security said, "Yes, it's summer break." And the principal said, "Why there are so many cars?" Because I didn't go back to China, right? And they started to investigate and they find out we are selling cars, so they kick us out of school.
Oh my gosh. What
And
school are you going to, bro?
I was in the Brigham Young University in Hawaii, so
Oh gosh. They kicked you out of BYU?
yeah. So
Oh my. That's
yeah.
crazy. Where'd you go? Did you finish school or were you like, forget that? I'm gonna flip cars.
Yeah, no, I didn't finish it because I couldn't. They kicked me out, and my wife kind of saved me because she's American, and we got married, and and I could
She
stay here. Otherwise, I have to go back.
saved you, bro. Your wife saved Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's crazy.
And you said we're members of the same church, man. So you joined the church in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in China, is that right?
Yes, I did.
Man,
Yeah.
that's probably a really interesting story. Can you tell me about that? How that happened?
Yeah, so I was very lazy guy. I mean, even though I was lazy, I play video games very diligently. I was
Yes.
like, I went to the internet bar in the Monday morning. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna come out on the Friday night, so I stay and live on the chair playing games.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, so that was how I was like. Whatever I do, I completely immersed, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And then the school find out, and because I never go to school, and then they kick me out in
Oh,
China too. And I was like, what am I gonna do?
you're right.
So and then my aunt told me, oh, I'm going to this church and this and that. I was like, I'm not religious. I don't want to go to church. And she
Mhm.
said, we have a lot of good food. I was like, I'm into food. Let's go.
Let's
Right.
go.
I went there and they said we might have an opportunity to send people out aboard
Mhm,
to preach our church. I was
mhm.
like, I want to try that. So I did that. I applied that, and we in our church we call it missionaries, right?
You got baptized first, right?
Yeah, I was baptized because I didn't. It's not because I believe in the church. I believe in America,
Yeah.
right? So so
I
I was
love
like, let's go. So I went to
Let's go.
Canada as a missionary,
Mhm.
and so that was a lot of fun there.
Oh,
I was actually the first missionary in Beijing, in the
wow.
capital of China. So
Wow, dude, that is
uh,
amazing. So you went on a mission to Canada. What part of Canada?
I went to Toronto, and
What Wow, my wife is
yeah.
from Toronto.
Oh yeah, maybe I met her.
Yeah, were you specifically in Toronto or were you up north or what
I
part?
mean, nearby, not in Toronto. I wish I was in Toronto because that's a very intense
Yes.
Chinese community. But I was in Hamilton, London, and Kitchener or whatever. It's
Do you
yeah.
know, so she was raised in Lindsay, and then there's Peterborough, I think Whitby. Do you know those areas or is that kind of a little
No, that's the west side. I was in the East Mission.
so
Yeah.
she's actually 2 hours north of so she's like more I think it's Muskogee or I can't remember, but
Mm,
it's just up north. So that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
So I learned all that negotiation stuff during that time.
Did you
Uh,
learn
be-
English too?
Yeah, I learned a little bit there because when you go to like serve a mission like that, you
Mhm,
practice a lot of negotiation. You try to initially talk to a stranger and
mhm,
invite him to listen to you, right?
mhm. Right.
Yeah, that was very hard at the beginning. All I did at the beginning is, "Hi, my name is Ray," or whatever. My name is Elder something.
Yep.
Do you have a phone number? That's is all I say,
Yes.
right? The people give me fake numbers. They
Yes, of
talk.
course, they always do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, you met your wife, did you speak were you speaking English to her? Did she speak, your language, or how did that work?
Yeah, she's American Chinese, so
Oh,
she knows how to speak Chinese.
okay, so that's how you guys you were talking mainly in, Chinese then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it Mandarin, right?
Mandarin and Cantonese. Yeah.
Cantonese, okay. Do you obviously speak both, right? Or is that just one language, Mandarin, Cantonese?
I mainly speak Mandarin. She does Cantonese more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you go to BYU after your mission, and then you're flipping cars, and they kick you out because you got all these cars in the parking lot during the summer term, and they're like, "What's all this going on?" So they investigate. They see
Yeah.
that you're parking your cars that you're selling in at the school. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did they think that's a big deal? Was it is were you not allowed to do that because you were
International. Yeah.
international? So they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you can't do that," and you said, "I got to make money," and then they kicked you out.
Yeah. They gave us 21 days to sell 80 cars. We did it. We did it.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're buying these cars. I mean, with cash, you're probably buying like 500,000, selling them for like 2,000, 3,000, something like that.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Wow. So do you
Yeah.
kind of miss the car business?
Yeah, I still do it sometime, but right now I'm pretty packed with a lot of stuff. But it's fun. It's really fun. You don't have to do a lot of work. You just go to show it and sell it, right?
So when did
Yeah.
you want to get into coaching? Because you said you told me the journey of the real estate 10 years. Tom Kroll got you in. You tried everything. Now you're doing land. What made you decide? Hey, I'm going to start teaching this.
I think first of all, what I heard a very wise man, I forgot his name, from a book.
Mhm.
He said, "What do you want to know more? You teach it,
Mhm.
or you learn more when you teach it." Something like
Yes,
that.
that's
Yeah.
very true. That's very
Yeah,
true.
so I just believe that, and since I start to teach right now, I have about 20 students. Since I start to teach, the framework of the land business is very clear to me, and so I can apply that framework to many more markets.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing, man. I think that's great. And I would, like told you at the beginning of our call, I'd love to have you in my community to kind of help and then maybe filter some people to you that want to get into that business. Because for me, there's an abundance mentality. If I can help you get more to help more people in land, I mean, I think wholesaling, fix and flip, all that stuff. I think you need every tool. That's the way I see it. I mean, you got to obviously know how to when you market specifically go after some. You got to be targeted, but
Mm,
if you know, like, and it's not even about knowing everything, it's about who you know or who knows you, right? So, for example, Ray, if I find a deal like that outside, I can hit you up and we can do a deal together. You can help me through it. I can learn that way. So that's what I'm trying to build in the Investor Thrive like community is like you don't have to be the expert at everything. You just need to be around people that are so that you can network and they can help you out and you can do deals and it's give and take, right? Like you're
mm.
giving to the community, they're going to give back. That's the vision I have for this.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're kind of building a platform and can help different kinds of people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the goal, man. Because I know for myself, like I can't be the expert. I can't be the jack of all trades to everything. Because then you're not. If you're good at everything, you're like okay, right? But you got to be good at one thing, and
Mm.
then leverage the people. That's why I think being in Tom Kroll's thing is awesome because we're meeting a bunch of people that are good at all different things. And I'm actually doing a deal with one of the students in the program, Andrew Lucas. One of my students in my program had a deal. I called him and now I'm selling him a deal and I'm making 19K on it. And I'm splitting it with my students. So just through the network, you're able to do so much. And I believe, we can do that with you as well.
Absolutely.
Cool, man. Well, hey, it's good chatting with you. Is there anything specific you want to leave with the viewers before we wrap it up?
No, I mean, if you have any questions, you can join Nathan's community, or you can just Instagram me. My Instagram is my name here. It's called Virtual Flip Land,
Mhm.
VIRTUAL, Virtual Flip Land. So easy.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so guys, you heard it here first. If you want to reach out to Ray, go to Virtual Flipland, or if you're not inside my community, whether I have a it's free for everybody, but if you want to I guess be a part of the coaching calls, if you want to be a part of the resources, you got to be a part of the club or the all access program. But either way, I'm going to put Ray in the Discord. So, if you have further questions, you can hit him up. He's a great resource to have. And that's what we're building, man. We're building a platform of experts in whatever. I'm Ray. If you know anybody crypto, we got to get someone crypto in there too, because it's basically my company's called Investor Thrive, but my goal is to anything investing. Come on in, mostly real estate, but come on in and let's link you up with whoever is the authority, whoever is the expert, and we'll all grow together.
I do have a guy in crypto. He started with $8,000 in crypto, and right now his net worth is somewhere around 600 million.
Get out of here, bro.
Crazy, man.
Do we need to
Yeah,
bring him in the community?
of course.
You need to say, "Hey, bro, get in here. You're the crypto expert." Yeah, line me
Yeah,
up with him because then I can introduce everyone to him, and
sure.
he can be the crypto guy. And like I said, it's all about networking. It's all about helping people out. And if more people can be successful because he's in that community, let's freaking go.
Of course. Let's do it.
All right, Ray, appreciate it, man. Well, we'll chat with you guys. Hit up Ray on Virtual Flipland on Instagram or join the community, and you'll be able to talk to him right there and join his program. All right, thanks, Ray.
Take care, Nathan.
Got it.